Skillet Podcast. We are here, and we got the once-in-a-lifetime exclusive from the Jett Johnson. I'm just blown away that this was actually his idea.
No, it wasn't. I just got forced in here, gunpoint.
I got off work, and I'd seen the chatting, and Jett's like, is anybody at the studio? Surprisingly, you beat me here.
I don't show up anymore. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry,
So,
my 7 fans.
we're here. We got Shatur Lane, T. Clem on the boards. I'm Bullwhip, and we got Jett Johnson, another member of the Iron Skillet, actually joining us today. He doesn't put in as much work, but we still love him.
Former member.
He wants to call himself a former member, so be it. Stamp that. Anyways, let's start from the top, Jett. Where are you from? Because I know you were not born here.
No, I was born in California, Riverside, California, in the year of 92. Then I lived in Arizona for 2 years. Then we moved to Steven City, which is basically where I'm from.
Repping the gritty.
Yeah, lived here since 96. Does that make sense? 2 years, 2 years? Yeah, 96.
When I met you was in middle school. And I think I was 8th grade, you were 7th grade.
Yeah,
football.
And I was starting over you.
Oh.
Jett, yeah. No, I don't know.
He's like,
we both were running back.
It's like, cut it.
Yeah, I played defense more, but anyways.
Was Mr. Arnold your coach?
Yeah, Mr. Arnold.
Is that what his name was?
Arnold D.
Arnold D, that's what it was. Jett was the shortest running back, but he was balling.
Yeah.
Jett was balling.
Used to be a baller, not anymore.
It was crazy because I think our 1 and 2 running backs were Cephas and Jett. And that is the visual representation of height.
Yin and yang. He was like 6 foot, 180 pounds, and I was like 5'2", 100 pounds.
100 pounds.
If that, it was not even a joke.
That's so funny.
So, middle school, football, you were a little bit of an athlete. You played ball, too.
Yeah, I played basketball, soccer, growing up, football. I played everything. My older brother and older sister played everything, so naturally I did, too.
So, how did we come to music? How did Jett Johnson become Jett Johnson? Where do we start?
Probably around 7th grade or 8th grade when I started hanging out with Travis and Hayden and
sounds like some bad influences.
All those hoodlums. No, I was also really into skateboarding as well. And
you always wanted to join our crew, and
I wanted to join their crew.
Had a crew?
Yeah, they had a crew, and
what was the name?
Crew. It was called Crew.
Just Crew?
Real original.
Word.
Fucking idiots. Worst fucking gang I ever saw. But no. Yeah, they wouldn't let me join. But I was in some class with Travis.
You wasn't good enough.
Some class. Is it too loud?
No, you're good.
I was in some class with Travis. What would Miss Black teach?
I don't know.
Ag.
Yeah, I was in ag or something.
That was where it all started?
Some stupid
in an ag class?
I don't know. I sat next to him, and then we just started talking.
And then he
just drew shit all day, like skateboarding logos. And then, I don't know, I started coming around, and then we started hanging out. And then Hayden and me and him were, like, really into 50 Cent.
Bonded over 50.
Yeah, we started recording, like, out of a computer mic. Something like that, right? It was like
I remember. Well, like I clearly remember, like sitting in like we got kicked out of what's his name's class,
Mr. Elmquist.
Mr. Elmquist's class.
Fuck you.
And we went and sat in the library. And
no,
you'd always make fun of me in that class because we would always have parties over the weekend, and you were like, and I always told you that the parties were drama. Remember you used to call me drama back in the day?
Yeah, because you look like
No, it was even before that. I think it was even before.
Well, I call you
Before
drama.
that.
I remember it was like we'd have those parties and you're like, how'd the party go this weekend?
Loser.
That's so funny.
And then, what happened was this wasn't but
That was 10th grade.
yeah. So I don't know. We skipped like.
I feel like y'all
2
skipped
years.
a lot here.
Yeah. There's the whole like skateboarding part.
I think so. Here's like when I met them, I was still really involved with sports, so I wasn't like. We were still like friends, and I grew up next to Hayden. I was always been friends with him, but I was still really involved with like football and basketball, so I wasn't like 2 feet into their gang yet.
I feel it.
So they didn't really like let me join. But in high school was really where I like didn't want to basically play sports anymore and just wanted to like skateboard and be a hoodlum and like do all that crazy shit. But we were in the same class, biology 1, with Mr. Elmquist, and they were doing like a, what's it called?
A lab.
Dissecting like a frog or like a baby shark or something.
Yeah.
And they were like, if he basically
Wait
said,
a minute, y'all dissected baby sharks? We dissected frogs back in.
it was something
Back
like
in the day.
weird. It
I
might
never
have been a frog.
dissected anything.
Yeah, but anyways,
What happened?
Mr. Elmquist was like, if you don't have anything above a C, you can't do
the
the dissection. So you have to go to the
library.
the library, and me and him were the only ones who had under like a C
Oh my god.
or whatever, which is
Go
like
figure.
just straight Fs.
Yeah.
And so this is actually the first time I ended up skipping school ever.
Oh.
This was like my intro into like all the bad shit that I ended
That
up
you
doing.
this
Because of
road.
this guy over here, Mr. T. Clem. But so we go to the library, and he's like, let's get out of here. And I was like, what? Like, I had no clue that like that was like a real thing.
Like an option.
Yeah, like what? And he was like, I'm hungry. Let's go to McDonald's. And I'm like, how are we gonna get away with this? He's like, you sign in, and then you also sign out, and then you just leave and come back, and like no one will even know. So we did that. And then the dissection took like 2 or 3 days, so we literally skipped class for like 2 or 3 days. And like, it's basically the last time Travis went to school. So, so then he.
You got to.
I don't know what I'm getting at. I don't know what I'm getting at.
Well, that's where you and Travis became
This is
tight.
really where we became like best friends, and he stopped going to school, but I stayed in school. And he would basically text me in the morning at like 9 or whatever, like first, second, third period, whatever it was, and be like, hey, man, I'm coming to pick you up. And I'd be like, all right. And I just walk out of school, and he'd just pull up in his Expedition, and I would just go, and we just hang out all day. And that's where like we started just being like best friends and doing skateboarding.
Just hanging out all the time.
Yeah, just hanging out, like doing stupid shit. And I knew Edwin and Hayden, they were all around just after school.
I feel it. They just waited till school was over.
Waited till school was over. And
Yeah.
we'd always, I don't know, always in a rap and like always.
Get drunk on the weekends.
Yeah, get drunk on the weekends and fooled around. And I don't really like remember exactly the time where it happened, but it was anywhere from like 8th to 10th grade where we really started trying to do it. And then we ended up taking Kim's pink reading room that she built for reading.
Yeah.
Right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know what it was for. And then we turned it into a studio and called it Pink Room Productions, PRP. Built like a booth. And I met you around the same time.
Yeah. I was also probably not the best influence, but Brett.
No, it was you were just older, so we were trying to get drunk and shit.
Yeah, but I met you guys, and I
Yeah.
think you're in the process of building all that stuff out.
Yeah. I knew you through like Jamie, basically. We
Yeah.
all knew you through Jamie, but like
For
we
sure.
never. I guess we started hanging out around that time,
Yeah, for sure.
right?
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you would have parties, and then like all your uncles and stuff would be there. I don't know. We just fucked around. It was all for fun at first. It was just no one really took it
Very
super
serious.
seriously. And then I don't know, just kept going. And then people would be like, "Brett, your flow is crazy. Like you do all these different flows, da da da." And I just
We
kept
just
doing
wish
it.
your voice was better.
Yeah, I sounded like a girl up until I was like
Did have
17.
a higher octave back
it was
then.
high.
I can
Up until I was like 17. Yeah. And I don't know. It's just how it started. I don't know.
I can remember like trying to convince Brett to like get on songs because we would ride around in the minivan and freestyle, and it would be so good. Like we'd be like just playing beats, and he'd be killing it. And then we'd get back to the house, and I'd be like, "Yo." Or not just me, but like a lot of people, I'm sure,
Yeah.
other than me. But we'd be like, "Yo, you should like get on this," and he's like, "Nah, it's not the same."
We're still trying to get him on songs. And he's like, nah.
I
Yeah.
don't know.
And you
At the
finally,
time, I didn't even know it was even like a thing.
Like an
I
option.
just thought it was fun. Like, I don't know. It was
For
just
sure.
fun. That's how it all started. All that shit started. It was just
For fun.
Having a good
enjoyment. It was
time.
just hanging out with my friends, drinking, being a high schooler, and freestyling. Like, I had no clue I was any good. Probably wasn't that great, but I was decent for a 15-year-old or whatever, 14-year-old. So, I don't know. And yeah, go ahead.
So we got the crew, and then
No, that was dead at this point.
so we started with the crew. That's how y'all linked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then here in January of 2011, the Zoo dropped Space Jams.
Yeah,
How did the Zoo come about? Who is the Zoo? Talk to us.
We all fooled around. I forgot. I left out Hunter Worley in that equation. He grew up next door to Hayden, and he was also 2 years older than us. But we always hung out and skateboard. He skateboarded, did all that stuff, and he, like I said, made music with us too. And I don't know. It had to be between 10th or 11th grade where it was me, him, and Hayden. We kind of like, I don't know. We just made tons of songs and wanted to have like a group or whatever.
We actually skipped a group.
Who's in between the crew and the Zoo?
The Epidemic.
Oh yeah,
Oh, shit.
yeah.
The crew,
Yeah,
Epidemic, the Zoo.
The Epidemic.
We're in a pandemic now, but okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Epidemic was the first thing, but then it was taken, I think, so we had to switch it up. That had like Levi, and, like
Tora.
Yeah.
Tora.
I was
and,
repping like Marshall Mathers back then. It was
yeah.
a hot mess.
So yeah, that's how it started out, and then like, I guess a couple people dwindled out, and it was basically me, Hunter, and Hayden being the Zoo. I don't know how we can. I think we probably just showed up to people's parties and acted like we were out of the
We
fucking
were
zoo.
wild.
And we
Shah,
were
are
just
you
wild,
on Space
like,
Jams?
But we were, like just 15-year-old shitbags, just drinking and partying
And putting our mixtape on every party we went to.
yeah, go to the party and play only our music and just screaming it and just
Ain't
like
nothing wrong with that.
having the time of our lives. And yeah, we came up with the Zoo or whatever, and then we didn't even drop that mixtape till like we were out of high school.
2011, so that would have been a
Yeah, we
year
were
after
like
high school.
18 or 19. Like
Yeah, it was New Year's Eve.
we
Just
dropped
kids
like a
of
million.
Suburbia.
We
Yo.
put out a million. Go ahead.
The night that you guys dropped that was one of the craziest
It was.
nights we've ever had.
Yeah,
I
it
don't know
was
if you remember that.
wild.
It was insane.
Wild.
I feel like we gotta talk about that.
That was the first.
Fill me in.
That was the first body of music we put out. But like we had put out, whatever, 50 songs throughout high school. Just not stupid shit, but just like random stuff. Like we were in the tailgate of the loud crowd. So like Hayden and you, or was it that did
Yeah.
the SHS Ain't Nothing to Fuck With?
Yeah.
And like we just did a bunch of random shit for years, and then I don't know why it took us so long to finally put out a body of music. Probably because we realized we were out of high school and like, oh fuck,
We could do this.
we got to do something.
But that night, it was New Year's. I'll never forget this because I don't.
You're gonna have to remind me. 'Cause
Me and
I'm-
Kay, yeah, I probably do because it was great. Me and Kay went somewhere completely different. Like we went to some party, and then you guys all went to the A Loft.
We went to.
Oh, I remember this.
We
night.
went to Hunter's girlfriend's house first, and when we got there, they had like cupcakes made with the Zoo on them and like all this crazy shit, like just for this New
Y'all
Year's
went
party.
all out.
These
They
girls
did it.
did, yeah. Like we just showed up. We didn't even know what was going
At
on.
Hunter's girl. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and I peed
Wow,
in her
that's very
basement.
thoughtful.
Huh?
I
Yeah,
went
and you
to
peed in the basement.
and I peed in the basement, and
Yeah.
she got really pissed off.
And then we left and went to the A Loft.
Then they went to the A Loft.
Yeah.
Then this is literally like I don't know. I feel like people in Winchester remember this. They threw this huge party, this New Year's Eve party that got completely out of hand. There's so many people, including all of them there, and a bunch of police came to break it up. And they had backpacks full of all these mixtapes they were passing out at this hotel party. And then literally like I'm getting calls from every angle like they need help coming to get everybody to bring them home. And I'm not even lying to you. We're freaking out trying to figure out where everybody is. And Brett just busts through the front door of Travis's house by himself. Like, they all went out as a unit, like 6 to 7 people. And then Brett just comes running in. He's like sweating. I'm like, where is everybody else at? And he's like, I don't know.
How'd you
I have
get
no
home?
idea.
This is first that I've heard of it since then. I do not remember.
He came through, and then the rest of you, I think, drove everybody home. So
You tried to
everybody
go to
eventually
Mallory's
made
afterwards.
it. Yeah, we were already back at your house.
Yeah, we did. That's a whole nother
Was
story.
Sebastian?
Yeah.
Did Sebastian give you a ride home or something?
I don't know. That was Halloween when we went to Mallory's house.
No, but yeah, we tried to go after the Aloft, but everybody was already gone.
And,
But literally,
Actually, I
like,
remember that night.
yeah.
the Halloween party.
Yeah.
But it
Best
was
nights of my life. Also,
but
puked a shit ton.
Hey,
yikes.
sometimes
There's a
happens.
picture.
with
There's
the
an old
bad.
picture. I don't know where it is, but it's Travis sitting in the back seat of the Expedition, me on the right, and Sebastian on the left. And probably Kay was driving.
No,
or-
Sebastian was in the back. Edwin was on the other side. It was you and Edwin.
Oh, it was me and Edwin.
Yeah.
And Travis is just like this, pushing both of us out the window, and we're both just puking out the window. And someone took a picture, and he's just like,
And I'm dressed as an old man.
yeah. He's just,
I'm like,
Trying to like keep it all together.
I wish we could find that picture.
no, I have it.
It's somewhere.
I have it on Facebook.
But that was like so funny. Not funny, but it was just like it was crazy that you dropped a mixtape, but it felt like it was so big because you went
Yeah.
out with a backpack full of CDs and like were like hand to hand combat, and then it got crazy and everybody had
Yeah.
to find their own way home. So it wasn't like nowadays where people just like click upload and it's like, okay, now it's out there. Like they literally
different
were like
time.
they were out there and it was a big deal that it came out. You know what I
remember,
mean?
like, you know, back in the day when you could like print out like CD cut, like to put on the actual CDs, like pictures on the CDs. We did that on a few of them.
Shit
And-
took us forever.
It did, but I had a few people be like, "Yo, your CD fucked up my CD player."
Wow.
So it was like,
Like the paper ripped off when they put it in.
yikes.
Like, I don't know, man. Sorry.
Whoops. Sorry.
Cough.
Yeah, but I guess you can keep going, Brandon.
So-
it was the time.
All right. Space Jams sounds like the release was crazy.
Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
wild.
I've never heard of anybody making cupcakes
Not the greatest
to
mixtape.
celebrate it. Hey, there were some bangers on there. Kids of Suburbia, standout, of course.
It's not on there.
So
Yeah, it is.
yes, it is. Yeah, yes, it is. Anyways,
Fun fact, my brother wrote that hook.
You told me that.
really,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Oh man, that's for the history books.
Yeah.
So the following year, to follow that up, Jett drops his first solo tape, Jet Fuel.
Yeah, I dropped Jet Fuel in
September
2012. I
2012,
couldn't
yep.
tell you, but
And Osama bin Johnson.
no, that didn't come out.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This
Osama
was
bin Johnson.
September 14th, 2012.
But I think we split up, not like in a bad way, but like Hayden kind of like didn't really come around as much and record, and Hunter I think joined the army or something,
Life.
and then I don't know, yeah, just we weren't together every day like we used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I recorded most of that at my house. I took like the whole setup to the house I grew up in and put it in my brother's room, and Travis would come over. I'm sure I did some at his house too, but I took most of that and recorded it at my house. And I don't know, I just want to never put anything out before, and I still don't feel like I've ever put anything official out. Like I feel like that's
I got a
that's-
lot to get to.
No, I'm saying
we
like
just
as far as like a
begun.
solo mixtape, it was like child's play back then. Like
What was the other mixtape after that? The 40s?
Hurricane season.
Hurricane season.
oh yeah, we put out Hurricane
Alright.
season.
Well, Hurricane season, according to Dat Piff releases, was before Space
Yeah,
Jams.
because
Was
I
before
think
Space
Hayden
Jam?
was
It was
on
before
that.
Space
3
Jam.
months, or wait a minute, it said, hold on, I'll get you a
Hurricane.
date.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it said October 25th, 2011.
Yeah, we only used to drink Hurricane 40 ounces for like 7 years. We just drank 40 ounces of Hurricane. Category 5.
Category
That's
5.
No, like it's not.
It's not a
We
joke.
literally drank
No, I know.
40 ounces every day.
I've
for,
never
like,
in my life seen anyone other than them pull up to a party with a case of
a
40s.
Just like
A case.
So that's some old school shit.
Yeah.
Respect.
yeah. So we put out Hurricane season. I completely forgot about that, to be honest.
That one's a dope one
So-
too.
I forgot about it too until I looked at Dat Piff one day and I was like, oh shit, I forgot about hurricane season.
Hurricane season,
Is it on
Space
there?
Jams. Yeah,
Pull it up, let me see it. Let me see the cover.
it's trash.
Yeah, Travis.
It is.
No, he made the hurricane.
He's
season.
like, it's trash. Travis is like, shut up.
No, he made it out of the
Hurricane.
40-ounce bottles. It spelled out hurricane season with the 40-ounce bottles.
Oh wow, that is 40 ounces. They literally spelled out hurricane in 40-ounce bottles. It looks like a ghetto, no limit album cover with 40 ounces instead of gold. That's honestly what
it was
it
kind
looks
of a
like.
joke.
Yeah, it was just like
What
No,
song
it's
It
on
is
it?
what it is.
still even back then, like nothing was very serious. Like
Yeah.
A1.
they had a couple bangers on there.
I remember Small Town.
Couple radio bangers on that.
That's a video for World Spins.
Is that on YouTube?
Yep.
It's private though. But yeah, we did
These
that.
mixtapes on datpiff.com are not private. Just type in Jett Johnson. There's
I
like
wouldn't
5
listen to
of
them. They suck.
We're gonna get into a couple more. So fast forward.
2012.
I couldn't tell you when we started recording music together.
It was probably 2013. Probably
Actually, hold on. I got
shortly
one.
after.
It was way before then. Actually, it was. I have as early as 2011, March 2011.
What song?
Link Up.
Oh, that was a bang.
That was the first one. It was me, you, and
That's
JP.
still on YouTube.
And we actually performed that Apple Blossom somewhere on Cork in homie's backyard.
I DJ'd.
And Trav DJ'd.
Yeah, it was that.
That was crazy.
What's his name?
I can't remember his name. Yeah,
Knew
he used
him
to work
through
at
Mike
Journeys.
Robinson. Yeah.
His name- what was the name?
Well, it was
I don't remember.
the old dude
Yeah.
who used to manage at Journeys, and then the young dude who managed at Journeys. Uncle Andy lived there too, but yeah, I guess we recorded that in 2011.
Actually, we probably recorded it in 2010 because we dropped it March
Yeah.
2011.
Long story short, I've known Brandon for a long time,
Middle school.
but he had like his own gang, and we were like a year apart, so like he had his own like
Clique.
clique, and I had my own squad, and like it's not like we didn't like each other or anything.
We were just on
like,
the wrong side of the bridge.
Yeah, just different
Different sides of the bridge.
And I don't know. I lived 30 seconds from him my entire life, so we just finally.
Well,
linked.
when we didn't move there until high school. I didn't move there until high
Well,
school.
yeah, not my entire. I mean,
But
that's basically when my
But
life
hell,
started.
my dad lived in
Yeah.
the next neighborhood
Yeah,
over.
yeah. So, yeah, just started hanging out with them. I knew all of them. I mean, it's all Steven City's
So
small
Link
town.
Up kind of like broke down barriers. Like it was nobody was really collaborating at the time. Like
No,
there was
it was like an animosity almost.
Yeah.
Not like a bad thing,
Uh-huh.
but it was like,
everybody was doing
it's like I
their own
don't need
things.
to do nothing with them. Like, you
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like,
They on the other side of the bridge.
yeah, like,
And
they
Jett
doing this.
actually traveled to the other side of the bridge to link up with the zoo and the
Yeah.
crew and the epidemic. I ain't
I-
never heard of that.
He's like, I never heard of it.
What,
probably
the
good.
epidemic?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had almost like a whole mixtape from the epidemic. I don't think we ever like put a name on it or nothing. did we?
Yeah,
Man, I
it's
wish
on
we
my
could get some of those songs back.
I have 'em.
We did fucking beer pong song.
Oh yeah, we did it so much. We remixed "This Is How We Do" and we made it "This
Wow.
Is You stick a cup in your yeah." It was so bad,
Your bitch ass
so
drinking
bad.
up.
But we
Lit.
were like so hype off of all that shit. It was
Party
so crazy.
music.
Yeah.
All right, well, I know we all have music that we don't even listen to anymore, but I want to fast forward it to, I think, something that you can appreciate.
Sure.
We're going to bring it to 2014, and Jett Johnson and Yellow Child had a mixtape called We Come in Peace.
That was that far away?
That
Or
was-
that long ago?
That was September 12th, 2014. 3 years after Jet Fuel, or 2 years after Jet Fuel? Yeah, 2 years after Jet Fuel.
That's crazy. I made a lot of progress in
In that time.
In that
yeah,
time, because
2 years, basically.
we can agree that We Come in Peace is still a banger.
Oh yeah, you can't find it though. No one. It
Is on that piff.
It's on that. What was the one we uploaded it on like 3? Because back then there was like 4 or 5 different mixtape
Sites.
websites
Yeah,
that
that's
you could
right.
like
Uh-huh.
upload to, just like random ass ones.
Only few stood the test of time.
Reverb
Yeah.
Nation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we did. We Come in Peace. Me and Yellow Child, my homie. Shout out Yellow Child.
Detroit had a banger
Yeah,
of a verse
Detroit.
on there.
Detroit was on that. Shout out D.
And actually, I want you to tell the story of Handcuffs and the producer Braveheart and how you had like a
Oh, like a
Connection
Yeah, he
to Or Brave Star. I'm sorry.
Brave Star. He went to ODU with Fishback and Kyle and Vance.
He's actually the roommate, wasn't he?
Yeah. One Fishback's roommate. I never met him. I still haven't ever met him. But I found him online or YouTube or whatever making beats, and we did the song. And I don't know if I played it for Fishback. I don't know who or what happened, how we figured it out, and he was just like, "You know, that was my roommate in college." And I'm like, "What?" Like, I don't know, just crazy stuff like that you would never expect. Handcuffs was a bang, bang, banger. I remember making almost all those songs on there, and I was so hyped. Just at your crib.
Full of bangers. Our Slang.
At your crib, yeah.
Finals.
All my homies
Bad
been
as
doing
fuck.
our thing.
Do This For Real with Dee.
Yeah, Dee killed it. Shout out Dee's on Dada.
See Me With Nothing with Detroit.
Yeah. He put on here release See Me With Nothing.
Yo. Hey, yeah. Everybody.
See Me With Nothing was...
Sheesh.
What song was the one... what was Don't Run to the Feds on?
Oh, okay. So that was... shoot. That was Dee's mixtape.
Oh,
You're on
okay.
Don't Run to the Feds.
Yeah, that shit was...
All right, we're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting closer. So actually, I skipped one, and you're actually on Richard Sherman 1 and 2. You were on Losing, and we actually performed that.
Yeah, we did that. I forgot you did the Richard Sherman tapes.
So the Richard Sherman tapes was the 540, myself, Yella, Detroit, JP. Jett actually came through with features on both those, and another one we're gonna get to. But we performed Losing at McCoy's in the showcase.
Yeah,
and we ended up getting third. Well, guess what? That led to the next day we got a radio interview with Big T, and Big T put us on to J-Law at One Room Media. Crazy.
Connecting the dots.
And J-Law, you know how that story goes.
Yeah, it's wild.
So, yeah, that's for another podcast.
Yeah.
So, moving on, We Come in Peace, Richard Sherman 1 and 2. You actually did a lot of songs at my crib, and I took all those and I compiled them into a mixtape, and we called it 8-track because it was 8 tracks.
I don't remember.
Give and Go.
Oh, I remember Giving Go.
Coolin'?
Yeah, Coolin'. I'm just chilling. I'm just cooling.
Dollar.
Yeah, the sample one.
Yeah.
Dollar. Yeah.
Don't Come Around Me. Bangers.
That was a banger.
yeah.
Bangers.
Don't
That
come
one-
around me if you ain't
Cruise.
talking
About
about
money. That was my jam.
Yeah. See, so
got
Jet's
all them
had
on
bangers.
there?
I got all this.
That's
So
crazy.
8-track was 2016. There was a little gap, and that was right
Yeah.
before I went to Colorado. So 8-track,
Shortly me after.
and actually I had another one. I just
You
titled
should
something
definitely
to
tell
prove.
how you both ended up there, because I don't even know that story.
Uh,
I remember we
What's
don't
that?
have to do that yet, but I want to
Colorado?
hear that eventually
he just went
when
out
we
there
get to
to
that
live
point.
with his.
Actually, we are approaching it that because I got another gap from when I came back.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, I was out in Colorado. I was managing a store out there in North Denver and Westminster, basically North Denver. It's a big area, but I had people who were they had a booth at the Cannabis Cup at the Denver Mart, and I was like, Jett, you want to come out and help work this booth and make some money? Jett actually came out for like 2 weeks.
Shit,
and
I was out
we
there for
just
a month.
Kicked it.
I was out there for a month.
Really? Was it?
Did
Yeah.
you stay out there, or were you only out there for that 1 month?
Jett had a whole
I was out
room
there for a
there.
month.
I thought you like moved out
I didn't
there
have
for
a
a
room,
minute. You
motherfucker. I
know,
slept on your floor.
that's
No,
crazy.
you had a room for half of it until my uncle moved out
Oh
there.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
For half of his stay, he had a whole room to himself, and then when my uncle came out, because there was a
Right, that was
rack
so
of us in that. It was like a frat house.
It was
because everybody
probably
was working
20
the booth.
people in a house.
That's crazy.
It was like that whole weekend was like a party.
I
Yeah.
still got
Everybody
the
was just
wristband. I
gassed.
still got the Cannabis Cup wristband.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was one of the best experiences of my life, just because, like, obviously,
Got to see something new.
yeah, like, I mean, you hear about that shit when you're growing up, like Cannabis Cups and stuff like that, but we live in Virginia,
It's
so
not a
it's
thing.
not a thing.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
then we got
whole
to go out
different
there and
world
just,
out there.
like, straight work in this, you know what
Crazy
I'm saying?
environment.
Crazy environment, just smoking bud, like, just having fun, and, like, just a crazy experience, like, once in a lifetime type shit.
Yeah.
We
And,
actu-
yeah, just with the homies chilling, like.
We actually hit up a couple skate parks while we were out there too.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did.
snap.
Like, in every city, there's like a skate park.
yeah.
It's actually nice. Trav, you would love it.
Colorado's beautiful. I miss it.
Yeah, it is. I've been out there a couple times, and it's a really, really, it's dope, like visually, and I feel like it's a cool city to live in.
We should take a trip. Flights are cheap right now.
Oh God, maybe not right now.
You know, that actually brings me to my next song that I would like to mention off Reserved for the Trill. It was called Duffel. And
Bang,
Jett
bang.
actually did the hook. I don't know. Did you have a verse too?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I don't want to play it because I don't want us to get flagged or nothing. But yeah,
Copyright infringement.
that was a banger. Yes, it was a was it Jalil Beats?
Couldn't tell you.
I forget what.
You're asking the
anyways,
wrong person.
It
Even
was
though I
a
was on
banger.
it.
So in that time, I moved to Colorado. I came back, and y'all are still grinding. In fact, y'all have been grinding so much that you're starting to do shows now. And then came the Valley Cat, and we all kind of linked back up.
Yeah, it was a little bit of time in between when you were gone. I went out there for like a month. You were gone for
A year and a
a
half.
year and a half, almost 2 years.
Uh-huh.
And then, I don't know. I just came back and was doing the same shit. Like, nothing crazy. Still recording. I haven't even I guess I put out a mixtape last year.
What year did you come back?
It was 16.
I think I got it down here as
16?
17.
17?
End of 17. Yeah, end of 17.
So we started Sunday 16s when
16. Yeah, so that's when I started
I think
seeing
That's when we all started, like,
hanging
coming
out
back
again.
around
Yeah.
again.
and when I bought my house and built the studio
Yeah,
in
you
the
built
basement.
the
Yeah.
studio in the basement.
'Cause
and
honestly, I feel like it's because we all had like a general, like time had passed, and then it was like, oh, we have this one general place where we can all go and like be
Yeah.
creative again. And that's when I started seeing you more, just
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we were in the same place again. And you know, naturally, it was like back to the basics. You just start.
yeah,
everybody
we've been
starts
hanging out
making-
for years before then. So
Yeah. So everybody starts cooking up.
I miss recording there, even though Kay hated us, but
It's just a vibe because it's in the basement, so you can like watch TV, you
Yeah.
can play games. you
shit, I
can-
was damn near living in that motherfucker.
So it was a vibe, but yeah, we eventually, I mean, couldn't take over Trav's basement forever. So
Yeah, I have bigger and better things. Look at
Oh,
the
no.
spot right now. So
Might be moving back in there.
Oh, man. So, Valley Cat, you're performing. I believe that's where we all kind of met Logan from the Valley Cat. Or did you know him before?
I'm not gonna take credit for this, but I think I won't say I might have brought Logan around.
From my understanding, from
think
what
so.
he said, no.
Mike Robinson.
Okay,
Mike
it's
Ross.
one of y'all.
That's how I met Logan.
Maybe Mike. Yeah,
Mike
could have been
brought
Mike.
Mike brought Logan to my
But I
house.
knew
That's the first
Logan
time I met
already.
Logan.
for sure, and
Either
I
way,
mean,
it doesn't matter. But
yeah,
we did. I think the first song we did with Logan was the Thanksgiving one.
I think
Or
so.
the first
as
one
a,
that came
as
out.
a unit, yeah,
Was with
Mike.
thankful.
the Thankful. We did that. And I'd known Logan before, for years before. I really didn't know he made music like that, at least. And we did that, and I was like, holy shit, like, this dude can really rap. Like, I don't know. And we hit it off anyways, so we
Yeah,
were
for
just, like,
sure.
cool as fuck, just hanging out. And I don't know what I was getting at, but
I feel like y'all hit it. Y'all like vibed pretty quick.
oh, yeah, me and Logan, that's my boy. Like,
Yeah. And then y'all started making hella music. Like y'all
we
made really good music.
Fuck ton of music. Me and him made a lot of music.
And
And it
y'all
was-
didn't even drop none of it.
It was great
We
music.
put out 2 mixtapes.
Well, we're getting there. We're getting there. So this is like lines up right around the right time because I moved back in like August, September, and y'all dropped Thankful. What was that? Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And then so that winter was like Valley Cat
Shows.
was at its peak. It was grinding even into the Apple Blossom because I remember they had the Apple Blossom show.
Yep.
And then you did Illa and all that there. So
Shit, that's the last time I performed.
I believe
Valley Cat.
that year was when we all kind of started linking up at your crib and kind of formed
A
what
collective.
is now
like,
the
yeah.
Iron Skillet.
Yeah, for
you know?
sure.
It was just like it was natural. Everything was natural. Like nothing through my whole like time of making music has been like forced or anything. Like it was like we're all here. We've all known each other for most of us have all known each other. We all make dope music
Yeah.
and I don't know. We would just get in the studio and just like pump out music and just like it didn't even feel like we were making music. We were just doing it and then just like drinking, hanging out. Oh, play another beat, like da da da. It was just so natural, like.
One thing that I don't want to skip over, but I know it's like I feel like I kept running into Brett at different points in my life from different people. We always kept bouncing back into each other. And I remember when you were with Mike doing short-term memory, and you were at Jeremy's crib.
Leave that out.
Yeah, like that's like it's like, oh, I happen to be there because I'm like hanging out with A, B, and C, and they're like, oh, let's go upstairs. I'm like, what the fuck? Brett's up here making music, and then so I feel like that's a time too. And I know those were your people for a minute.
Yeah. So year-wise, this had to have been
16.
It was
15
early.
and 16-ish, 14, 15, 16. Became real good friends with Mike, Chill Kill, Chris, Jeremy, and he had a little setup at his house. And I don't know, at this time, we just weren't, like, as far as, like, me, Travis, and I think we still had, like, a setup or whatever, but
It was when I was living at the apartment.
yeah, so no, we didn't have a setup at the time. Or maybe there was still one at your mom's, but we just never went. But anyways.
I'm going to go on record saying that was probably 11 or 12. Because he was on jet fuel.
Who?
Chris?
It's probably going on for a long time.
That's 2012. He went by Robin back then.
Yeah. But I don't...
But still, go ahead with your story.
Like
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
The STM stuff was like when I was
13,
Oh, damn,
14.
I skipped all over
short-term
that.
memory. That's why I was like,
That's what I'm
bringing
saying.
it back.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I can't remember. There's still mixtapes.
Yeah,
all right,
we're going to
type
get
in,
that. Short-term memory?
go to
STM.
Google real quick
Yeah.
and type in memory.
You could do this at home as well.
Type in memory term short Bandcamp. You remember Bandcamp?
Yeah.
And see if we got some shit on there. Short, yeah, right there.
So we got short-term memory released April 2nd, 2014.
So back to So I started hanging out with Mike and Jeremy. Became like best friends with all of them. Jeremy had a studio at his mom's house originally, and I would go over there when I first started hanging out with them, and then he ended up moving onto Piccadilly Street, and then moved the studio over there, and we just hung out. I basically lived on the fucking couch, like just 2014 partying like every day, just like wilding out.
Was that the Grass Shack?
No, at his mom's was the Grass Shack.
Bet.
But that was probably like 2012 or 13. But we
So much music.
I know, it's fucking just
crazy.
so much. So me, Mike, and Jeremy created Short-Term Memory and started putting out stuff as a collective for that. We probably put out, I think, 2 mixtapes. Is it on there? One's called Ape Shit.
Yep.
And one's called New World Order.
No Way Out.
No Way Out, yeah.
NWO.
Had some videos too.
NWO. We had a couple videos. Just good ass times. That was one of the best times ever. We were just partying.
In
and
fact,
just like
Ape Shit
making
came out
music.
first, 2013.
yeah, we were probably 2013 was it 7 years ago?
You know what that kind of lifestyle reminds me of? Like, if we would have moved to Cali and like really tried to make music, I feel like that's
pop.
what life would have been like.
Yeah,
every
it felt
day.
like that.
There's
You
a
know
lot
what
of
I'm saying?
consistency
Because
over
I
the
was
years.
wilding back then. I probably worked like maybe, but I don't know.
Maybe.
Probably not, because I really just lived on the couch. It was 7
He
years
wasn't
ago.
essential.
7 years ago, so I'm 28, so I was 20 or 21. I remember going out downtown and like
You just turned 21.
I remember going out at like 20 and like drinking, and
Finding
because
your
all
way.
of them were like older than me.
Yeah.
But like I was just sliding through and stuff. But
Yeah.
we did that. We did Short-Term Memory. We did a bunch of shows together. We did 2 mixtapes and a million more songs that we just never. I put out a bunch of them, but that we never put out. And then, yeah, I think Jeremy ended up moving to Oregon in 2015 or 16. I don't know.
Yeah,
it
he
was all a
moved
blur
away.
back then.
I
It was
feel
like
it.
fucking drinking and smoking. And
But
just
that was like a hell of a time in your life, and you made a
it
lot of
was
music.
incredible. It was one of the best times of my life.
Yeah.
And we made so much fucking music. Yeah, it was awesome.
I'm going to ask this general, and you might know the answer, but I think Trav definitely knows this. What was the first Jett Johnson music video? And I know it's way, way back.
Oh,
And I'm sure Travis.
I
was
have
It's
one
on-
in my head.
Actually, I'm not gonna say that.
Was it the Hate It or
I was
Love
gonna
It?
say
It's on Facebook.
I have
Yeah,
one.
it
I think
was?
I know what
No.
it is.
No, it's on Facebook.
It's
My first music video
Make It
ever is
Rain.
on
Yeah,
Facebook.
Make It-
No,
Oh,
it's
the
not.
Make It Rain.
It's
Is
on
it
Make
the
It
one
Rain?
of you eating
No.
pizza?
No, it's on your Facebook.
It's on your Facebook.
It's on your Facebook under videos.
It's
All right,
I'm
not.
wearing an Easy E shirt. It's black and white, and
What's
I have like aviator glasses on.
What's the title?
I don't remember.
That's so funny.
It's on there.
Yeah.
I thought it was Make It Rain.
It was all
It's not Make It Rain.
all
it's-
around the same time. I
But
feel
Make
like
It Rain was shortly after.
it was really in there.
You sure it wasn't Hate It or Love It? Because that was pretty old.
It wasn't Hate It or
Go
Love It.
on to Travis's and
Hate
go
It-
to videos.
Yeah, it wasn't Hate It or Love It because Hate It or Love It was shot with a GoPro.
This never came out as like a song because we didn't like. There was no SoundCloud or anything back then.
We didn't have
It was
anywhere
just
to
like-
put it.
But if
Yeah.
the music video came out, technically it came out.
No, I mean
Yeah.
like as far as like an
Just to
audio
listen
track,
to. Yeah.
It was just like
Mm-hmm.
we had never done anything like look. Go on his Facebook real quick, or go on his Facebook real quick,
And just I'll
go to
look.
video.
I'll look while y'all keep talking
It was shot in the junkyard, wasn't it?
It was shot
in the
literally
studio.
like right outside your mom's house, and then we went to like towards the apartments and shot like a little bit. I had an Easy E shirt on. It was yours or Jamie's because I stole all her
That's
clothes.
another thing. Y'all used to. Brett was famous for just stealing clothes
Yeah.
before
I
we would go
Remember
out,
this.
looking at himself
thought
in
it
the
was Make It
mirror
Rain.
for like 20
This thing's going
minutes.
slow.
It had a sample. It was This is gonna fuck me up. Sorry. I'm
He's like, I
tapping.
gotta see. I gotta
Um,
figure it out.
But
All right,
yeah,
so we
that was the first music video. That
we
I ever
looked
put out.
up old Jett Johnson music videos, and apparently I wasn't even the oldest one, but the age difference, like you could tell, he looks young.
Yeah, it took
Young,
me a while to fucking mature for sure.
But like I said, middle school he was the shortest running back, and then he comes back to school one year and he done hit a growth spurt.
Yeah, I grew like a foot in a year. Is it not on there?
It is.
The bottom.
Yeah.
Click it.
Can we? What's it called? Can we just get a title?
Oh, I'm ill.
All right, cut it.
Brandon said, "All right."
What's
We ain't getting
What's the
flagged.
date on that?
10 years ago. It's just about 10 years ago.
Yeah. So yeah, 2010.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Everybody did that beat. I remember I did that beat.
That was Windows
It was
Movie
me and
Maker.
Arn.
Yeah.
Windows Movie Maker.
Really?
Yeah.
2010.
Wow, you've come a long way too.
And then shortly after that was probably Kids of Suburbia.
Yeah.
All right.
Kids of Suburbia was before.
We had
Hate It or Love
upgraded
It.
a little bit. I think you got a camera for Kids of Suburbia, like a better.
No, I had that red Kodak.
Okay. But we just had a bigger plan for Kids of Suburbia. I
Yeah.
guess.
Let's bring it back to more present day.
Yeah.
So you and Logue, Flight 37.
Yeah, Flight 37.
That drops. Bangers.
Yeah, bangers. I'm kind of mad we didn't capitalize. We should have did some videos.
Yeah, because you guys didn't do a video until Hitman in the Matrix, Vector.
Yeah, we did Vector.
And we did
On a
Rambo.
whim.
That was
Like-
really cool. That was actually cool because I think I came in, the same shit I always do, pulled up a beat. Me and Logan made the song in 30 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
Travis was sitting here. Hey, let's shoot a video.
Yeah.
The whole process, the song writing, the song recording, and the video was done in no more than 2 hours.
I edited that video that day. Like
No, that's what I'm
came back
saying.
and
Like
edited
It was done.
everything.
Hold on.
Like
Yeah.
we came back and he edited it, and then we put it out,
And it was
all
done
within like
in one
2 or
day.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
I think we're confused with something because you guys recorded the song the week before you shot the video.
No, I'm
because
telling
we
you, it was
were
all
in
in
Ocean
one day.
City when y'all went live with us and showed us the song while we were in Ocean City with J Law.
I don't think so.
I think he's right, but I think that's what you're referring to is like the whole process was
video.
2 hours because you did it in an hour, and then we came back, we shot the video in an hour.
And then
Oh,
he
okay,
edited
yeah.
it once he came back. Because I remember when I got to the studio, y'all had shot and edited the whole video. It was
Yeah,
done.
That might be how it went then.
But still, y'all did that
But
pretty
yeah,
quick,
y'all
and
went
it's
yeah,
natural for you
Yeah,
two.
y'all went to the beach, and it was just me and Logan
yeah.
here.
Like,
and
making music.
yeah, I just moved back from California.
That's a whole thing we
That's it
skipped
too.
over.
Yep.
Yeah, I just moved back.
You
from
gotta talk
California.
about going there.
Yeah, I went
You
to
gotta talk about
moved to
that.
California not long, like 6 months or something like that, 5 or 6 months.
So we start the Iron Skillet. We drop part 1, and Jet moves to Cali.
Yeah.
Or maybe this is before we drop part
No, it was
1.
after.
No, it was after.
It
Yeah.
was after?
There was another thing that
Yeah.
we totally skipped was Arizona.
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
man,
There's so
hold
much
up.
shit in my fucking life.
Then
This
you're
dude
like,
went to audio engineering school in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went
Go
to, this was 2013. For a time, I moved to Arizona, Phoenix, to go to audio engineering school and didn't finish. And I think I was there for,
It's like 6 months, I think.
it was 8 months, I think. 8 months, came back, didn't finish, came back, and then I don't know what the fuck happened.
he's like, I don't know how that led to
my
anything.
timeline is all screwed up. But yeah, I went there for 8 months to do audio engineering school, didn't finish, and came back.
What
and
was that
just-
like, though, when you went there?
Oh, it
for
was
school?
awesome. I wish I would have finished. I don't know, I was young and stupid. And it was just, I was in $1 Million studios every day, just like,
What is homework like for freaking?
it was stupid shit, like fucking like technical, like
Wavelengths. And
wave. Still have all the
books and
notebooks and shit full of stuff. It sucked. Like
Yeah.
that part sucked, but that was like our homework. But every class was in like $1 Million studio, like showing us all the knobs. What do they do?
Were
Yeah.
they like trying to teach you analog first?
Yeah, we were doing analog because everything's obviously digital DAWs now, like digital audio workshops, and
But they're teaching you like the old
they're teaching
school.
us how to do everything old school first,
Yeah.
which they ended up teaching everybody digital too. They just started out with
the analog stuff.
the analog, and then I don't know, it was a good experience. I learned a lot. When I came back, I actually implemented a lot of it into
You're mixing here.
yeah, when I came back, and it opened my, like, when I do stuff now, like people like you or like Yellow or whoever, like, how'd you do this, or like what, like da da da, and I learned a lot of that
From
from there. Just like I would be in like studios with like random people I never met before, and they would just show stuff, or like the teachers would show stuff, and just being open minded, really
To listen and learn.
Yeah, just like
That's a cool experience.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. I wish I would have stayed.
And then,
It's all
well,
good.
you ended up back, but then what led to you moving to California? Because that's like a huge thing. Not a lot of people from here actually move.
I don't know. I've always just been like, I don't know. I didn't really have a career until like this year, really. But I don't know. Probably was in some sort of shitty relationship. I don't know.
Just in a situation.
Yes, in some situation. I don't even remember. And
Didn't what is his name hit you up and say I got a room?
yeah, my brother's good friend, who's my friend as well, but I met him through my brother, hit me up, and he was just like, got a room for $500 out here in Huntington Beach, California. And I was like,
Bet.
I got nothing going on right now.
I'll
I
come.
applied for the apartment application. It got approved. Like everything happened so quick.
Quick.
Like I was out there in like a month from the time he told me. It was like waited 2 weeks for the application, approved, got the bread, put down the first month, packed literally one duffel bag,
And
literally,
left.
and left.
What was Cali like? I feel
It
like
was crazy. It's the best place. It's like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like the best place. I don't know. You gotta have some bread to be in Cali.
Say it's the best
Yeah.
place if you have money.
Yeah,
But-
if you got some bread, you'll do well in Cali. But you can be there and still enjoy life. It was the first, when I lived in Arizona, I was with my brother, so it was like a little bit more comforting. And I'd known Trey, who's my brother's friend, who I moved in with, but like it was, I don't know, it was just weird to be out there. And then like
By
I quit
yourself.
my job like 4 months in, like a dumbass, and then basically had no money. It was just eating ramen noodles 3 times a day for like 3
forever.
months, for like 3 months, and it was just like,
Can't do this
there's
anymore.
gotta be more to life.
Well, what's it like though? I remember you telling me stories of like you're like walking down the street, you see Adam 22, or you walking down the street, you see these cars.
So I
like-
lived in Huntington Beach, which is like an hour south of LA, and Trey had a bunch of he knows everyone, but another friend, Johnny, lived in Hollywood, so we went up there for a weekend to party and stuff, and we got there, and he was like, you all want to go to Melrose and just like
See?
do the whole like LA thing, like,
Yeah.
whatever. And we were just walking around, and we're like, oh shit, here's the on some shit store, the Adam 22 store, and he's just standing out there like
chilling
with like some other dudes just like smoking and shit. It was just crazy. The whole it doesn't even feel. It feels like fucking the Truman Show.
Like a movie.
The Jim Carrey movie where it's nothing is like real. It's weird as fuck. But yeah, we walked around, partied, had fun. I didn't say shit to Adam or anything because what the fuck am I gonna say? But
yeah.
just like crazy. You see the craziest people in LA. Like,
does it make you feel like things are more attainable because you see it, or do you just still feel like, damn, that shit's so far away from where I'm at?
You gotta have some bread, man. I'm telling you, like, no one's gonna pay attention to you out there unless you have some
money.
Not to like pay them, but like, it's all image out there.
Yeah.
All of LA is just a million different people. Everybody is different, or like
trying to do something.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I probably just look like a regular ass white dude just walking down the road. Like, every person you would walk by would have some type of crazy shit on, crazy hairstyle, crazy just like
something
it was like
about them.
Yeah, just something about them that differed them from everyone else, and it was just like it's probably just so. I mean, I imagine it's probably just so hard to like
be
stand
normal.
out or like have your own. Like, I don't know. It was just weird.
Hard
like
to make a way out.
It would like be hard to go out there and like unless you had some bread and like knew some people and like you couldn't. I don't know. I hear stories all the time. People move to LA like I'm gonna make it, and then
it's tough.
They move back or like
it's tough.
Yeah, like
but
it's tough. Yeah, like, you got to go out there and like really put in work, and like you can't really expect shit because everyone's like, if I go to LA, then I'm gonna meet some people and get a record deal or whatever the fuck they want to do, and it's like not like that at all. I wasn't in LA, but when I was walking around, I was like, this is the fucking craziest shit I've ever seen. Like. Well, also kind of overrated, but
I feel it.
Yeah.
Well, you ended up there and then came back, and we had, I don't know if we had transition or not, but we went right back into making music. Like nothing really skipped beats from this point of view.
It was weird because I was on just as much of part 2 as I was in part 1, so it was like. You guys just didn't make shit while I was gone.
No, I think it was just a gap.
We had a big transition period because like the week you left is the week we got the studio.
I was going to say that.
So then, that's kind of I mean, you already brought up some of Logan, you and Logan's projects.
Yeah, I think we didn't have jobs when I came back.
Just grinding it out.
Literally in our
sleep in the studio.
In the original room, just like sleeping there.
Making
recording
music.
so much fucking music.
Yeah.
And then we had so much that we ended up putting together a Flight 37 and then
that cover was dope.
A bunch of bangers.
What was that the most recent project, or they drop another one after that?
No,
Hitman in the Matrix.
Yeah, Hitman in the Matrix.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Okay. That's insane.
Last January.
Yeah. So the people So the people are fiending for some music from
me,
Jett Johnson.
Every once in a while, he'll put a little snippet out there, and then he'll delete it.
If you don't follow me on Instagram, you might get.
You did drop singles. You dropped Grace. You dropped.
I dropped
Gretzky.
Small stuff, but I don't promote anything. This is my biggest issue.
Just put it out there.
Shot a whole video for what was that song called?
Oh, I remember.
With the Beamer.
Yeah.
That shit.
I can't remember what it was called either. I didn't mix it. Jett mixed it.
I think
Jett mixes his own music, by the way.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, but you didn't put it out.
Because we didn't
finish
scene.
it.
One scene.
The final scene.
The scene that made everything like connect.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I feel it.
What was that song called?
I think
you're in the woods. You're in the woods.
Video.
It was like a love, kind of like a lovey song.
You're in the woods digging a hole.
To bury some girl.
It's like a Marshall Mathers type video, like an Eminem type video.
No, it wasn't.
But like, I don't know. Why do you think? Because that's true, and it's kind of been a theme for you for music. Why do you feel like it's hard for you to like
lay it on me,
put it out, and like go all in on it?
Intervention.
No,
I'm
literally, I'm not asking to be like for it to be in depth. I'm just asking a question, general.
I don't know.
Once you grow up,
I don't know.
Look, let's take it like a real interview and ask. Like it's a general question.
I don't know. I'm my biggest critic for one. That's the worst part. Like Brandon said, I pretty much record and, for the most part, record and mix all my stuff. He does usually masters it because I haven't done that, or he lines up stuff. But for the most part,
he makes me do the dirty work.
Yeah, basically, I'm like, here, do this shit I don't want to do. But what am I getting at?
Do you feel like
I
it's
just
not...
hear all my music so much because I mix it and I put all like the juice on it, I guess you could say, and I don't know.
And then you feel like by the time it's done, you're like, I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, and then I don't know. I still have a bunch of good songs that I'm working on something right now that I need to actually put out. I never really bought beats or anything or like did any. I'll just put everything out on SoundCloud for free or just like did shit like that. And then you guys basically started doing like streaming sites. And I'm just behind. It's basically there's nothing I can explain to make this sound any better than
we've
it
been
is.
pushing him.
It's not.
It's all on me. I don't know.
It's just tough.
If you guys like my music, tell me because I don't know.
Second guess it sometimes.
No, I second guess it, and then I don't know. I'm just my own worst enemy. I don't know.
I mean, and that's literally like, I'm not here to like. It's not like
No, it's not that. I want y'all to grill me.
But I definitely. I mean, I really hope that some music comes out just because like you're my friend, but. I think all of us sitting here, like, I'm a fan of your music before anything.
Yeah,
so, like, when you post those snippets, it's like I'm fanning out, like, oh, when am I going to hear this?
I don't know. In my head, maybe I'm just fucked up in the head. It's like, I don't really, like, I listened to all those songs. Like, I posted 3 snippets yesterday just because I was bored and working and, like, just see if anyone said anything. And pretty much everyone was like, this is hard. Like,
exactly.
A couple homies hit me up and was like, email me that shit right now. Da da da. But I guess in my head, I just listened to it so much that I'm like, shit's whack. Like, not whack, but I'm just like, it's not going to do nothing. Like,
I feel it. It's hard to, like, you get behind, you're already, like, getting on yourself before you put it out.
Get in on
definitely
myself.
not going to do anything if you bury it.
That's the best way to do it, man. You just bury it and then never put it out.
Well, we're gonna, I don't know, we're gonna stay in Jett's ear this year, and hopefully we'll.
I have probably.
He texted me in December and said, "I want to shoot a video every month this year," and I haven't shot one video for him yet.
Nah, I haven't been.
I still have that text message.
I haven't been able to get a hold of you, but
I've been in quarantine.
It's the first time I've seen Travis.
Let's
all
say
year.
his schedule's just opened up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I probably have 5 or 6 songs right now that are.
You feel confident about
that I feel pretty good about. They still need a couple of them need to be finished, and I want to do probably like a 7 or 8 song, like whatever
little project,
EP, little project, whatever. But I want to at least do like 12 to 15 songs to pick apart from.
Yeah,
which could take me 2 days if I really just sat in here and did it. I could just make so many songs, but
yeah,
we'll see. It's all me. I'm just slacking.
Well,
now, I know for a fact, I've just been grazing through his folder from time to time, just seeing. Yeah. And I always know
I
when
probably
Brett's
have more
here,
than that, but I
always know when Brett's here because the microphone is sitting next to the computer. He just sits at the computer and then records. So I'm like, oh, bet. Let me look in Jett's folder. I'll check the recents. But I know for a fact he's got like at least 50, 60 songs in there. So we can
I'm sitting
definitely.
Here like I got 5 or 6.
No.
Just all together.
Yeah, all together there's probably 50, 60. You probably feel like very passionate about 5 to 6, and you want to actually.
There's probably I could probably put out 2 mixtapes right now, and
easy.
And people would dig them. But me, I'm just so fucking
bangers.
Like, goddamn,
it's
like,
hard.
And
anal about everything. I'm just like, fuck.
Overthink.
And he's got a whole mixtape with Yellow.
Yeah, I have a whole mixtape with Yellow. I probably have half
got
a mixtape with Logan.
I was about to say, yep.
Probably like, it's probably like 5 songs.
He had so many hooks laying around. I just picked one up and I was like, yo, can I use this for my next mixtape? Like, yeah, go ahead.
There you go.
So
yeah, if anyone needs some hook, hit me up because I'll fucking.
It's like I'll write it for you.
Yeah.
$300.
Nah, I got hooks. I'll just sell you all my songs.
come Cash App ready.
$10 a song.
There you
it's
go.
cheap, baby.
That's like the whole story. Full
Make a nice
story.
paycheck right there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all the story.
Full story.
I mean, we had
of
to
Jett
skip
Johnson.
ahead
Yeah,
and
we
then
skip.
come back a little
We
bit.
can't fit
but,
it. How long we been live for?
Man,
An hour.
it's been going for a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah, I don't want to cramp them
We
up
got
too
the
much.
full 60-minute story from Jett Johnson.
There's much more.
We're going to
that
be
comes
on
from-
him. Yeah, there's so much more to it. There's so much more detail we missed
Yeah.
on. We might have to have a part 2. So, coming soon, we should be expecting something new.
Yeah, April 2nd.
Oh, word? That soon?
Yeah, April 2nd. I'm dropping the COVID Chronicles
Oh God, here we go.
part 1.
He's like, no,
Make
Brandon.
sense.
So, I think what he meant to say is sometime in July, maybe August, you might see a single.
Might
I'll probably put
see.
out before then. I'll put out
A
me and
single.
Offie have a really really good song that I've showed a handful of people that really like it. It's literally done. I just have to mix it and master it and then put it on streaming sites. I haven't put anything out on streaming sites, so that's probably going to be the first one that I put out on a streaming site, unless
Should be, it's a banger.
unless I do another random one that I have. But
I mean, you are on streaming sites because you were
Yeah.
on Late Bloomer.
without my own shit, I have no.
Yeah,
I don't have my
Yeah.
own profile
Count.
or anything. So I'll probably do the Offie song within what's the end of March right now. Definitely in April. Do the Offie song. I want to do a video for it, but I haven't really talked to her about it too much. But yeah, trying to just get like 7 or 8 song project out. I need to do music videos. I'm just slacking.
Make it happen.
Someone
I was about to say,
someone
Offie-
employ me around here so I don't have to drive to work.
Offie's
Yeah.
very hype about the drop. We seen
Oh,
him
that's
the
a
other
bang
day.
bang. I won't even lie. It's a really good song.
Yeah.
He came in and blessed me. I wrote the whole song and kind of like harmonized on the hook a little bit, and I'm not a great singer, so we did his the
Settle
song
Down.
on his Late Bloomer mixtape, and that shit was a hit. So I just hit him up and was like, yo, you want to come through the studio? He came through. I just had him do the same words on the hook. I already laid it down. He made it sound fucking 10 times better. Then we didn't really know where else to go with it, and he was like, just email it to me and I'll fuck around with it, blah, blah, blah. So sent it to him probably 3 or 4 days later, maybe sooner than that. Sent it back. He had laid guitar on the hook and then did this disgusting solo at the end. It's really good. I won't lie. You'll never hear me say anything good about my music, but it's a really good song.
Heck yeah.
So that hopefully April, it's done already. I just gotta fucking do it, and then probably the 3 songs that I posted on Instagram, probably put those out too as singles, because I want to do like some sort of theme for
Project.
a project, and I'm just everywhere with all my music. I'll come in and make some soft shit, and then I'll come in and make some hard shit. I kind of want everything to
Make
gel
sense.
together for a project.
I feel it.
But yeah, I'll be dropping some singles. April, yeah. Actually, I'll do 2 in April,
You heard it.
probably 2 in May, because I have
Alright.
4 ready to go.
It's
already,
locked
so,
in.
Yeah.
I want everybody out there to be on this, man.
Hit me up.
Accountability 2020.
Hit
If
him
you
up.
like my shit, let me know, because I don't like my shit, and I need someone to tell me.
He needs some encouragement. Well, we got the story, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen.
Shout out to Iron Skillet. Thanks for having me in, even though I can come whenever the fuck I want.
Thanks for sitting down with us. This was a
Yeah.
long one, but I feel like it's important. It's cool. You guys got to hear the whole story, and we'll definitely have him back on for another round.
Yeah.
So,
It's not coming out.
peace.